Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. We're on project number 22, so there's only a few more to go, but 25 in total, 5 a week for 5 weeks. We're in the final week, and this is today's project. It's a warm and toasty tent box. I love making tent boxes. They're a lot of fun. They're always popular to make, popular for people to receive. And this one, I designed it specifically for this stamp set, for my polar bear, my ice skating polar bear on the front. Here's the other thing. This particular one, obviously the polar bear is the largest, so you've got smaller images. They're all going to fit, but you can get the entire box and wrap and this from one sheet of cardstock. So I've got thick Whisper White here, and it would look like this. For me, because I'm metric and I work in international A4, that's what the full piece looks like. So you've got plenty. This is the inside, that's the wrap, spare, 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 and obviously I'm going to get my little tab across the front as well. Okay, so the base part, it measures 5 inches by 10.5, which is 12.5 by 27, and then the wrap for the outer 3 by 8.5, which is 7.5 by 21. So let's work on the base first. So, okay, whoopsie. So on the short side, we're going to do the short side first. Score it at 2 inches, 5 centimetres. Okay. Then turn it round, and on the long side, score it 2, 5, 7, and 10. Which in metric is 5, 12.5, 17.5 and 25. Now, staying on this side, we're going to put some part scores in, which is going to be to make this nice close here. So you're eyeballing down, and you're going to part score at 1 inch to about 2.25 down. So you're part scoring at 2.5 centimetres to around 5.5 centimetres down. And the same over here at the 6 inch mark, which is 15 centimetres, to the same area. So it's a part score that you probably can't see on white. But what I'm going to do, so my part score is here, and I'm going to join up my lines there and there to this part where my score lines bisect and the end, and the same here. And by doing that, you get the nice finish with the box and with the tent action, I suppose you'd call it. Tent mechanism, possibly. Okay, so that's that one. And then the wrap on the outside, score it at 1.25 inches, but move your cardstock along slightly. And at 4.25, and at 7.25, which in metric is 3, 10.5 and 18. And the reason we moved it all out very... How have I got a mini dimensional stuck to my thumb? The reason we moved it out was just so it fits around nicely. Okay, so then that. And then bin these. There's my bone folder. Okay, so that's all burnished. So this is the inside of the box. And a better pair of scissors. So I'm going to cut the little rectangle away. And then I'm going to cut straight up the rectangle and then cut into the square, and do the same all the way around. Cut straight up the rectangle into the square. I don't remember if I gave you the finished dimensions. 3 inch square here, 2 inches there, so 7.5 by 7.5 by 5 centimetres. So it's nice size. Okay, so let's go for some Seal Plus. So that's the sides. Fold those two in. This is the back where the seam is. And so that will be the front. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that to one side. Now this part here, there isn't really a front or back because it's all going to glue together after you've wrapped it round your box. So you need to decide which side you're going to stamp on, whether it's that one or that one. Either is fine. They're both 3 inches, 7.5 centimetres. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, what image am I going to do? Shall I do... Well, he's going to face that way round. Or shall I do one of the others? I think I might do my bunnies. I think they're rather cute. Okay, so I want to get them straight. So I'm going to use my grid paper. And I really hope this comes out straight. Lined up the bottom of the sledge. Okay. Which way round do they face? They're that way, aren't they? Oh, very straight. That's good. Okay, and then one of my little scraps over here. I've got just for you. Here's to a cool Yule. All sorts of sentiments. So let me get this one out. Here's to a cool Yule. So I measured it down at the bottom. So that's 3/4 of an inch. And trim that down so I can stamp on that bit. And let's get another block. Oh, it's a big one. Smaller block, and again using my grid paper to line it up. And I'm going to stamp on there. Okay, I'm waiting for this to dry. So I'm going to show you this technique. I don't know if it was yesterday's video or the day before. Don't remember, but it's when you're using the Banner's Pick a Punch, you need some length to your piece of cardstock because it's a little difficult to manhandle otherwise. So I'm using a post-it note just for the extra length so I can slide it in. And that's nicely lined up through there. Oh, it's just landed on me. And that's how I've created my flag tail. Okay, do we think that's dry enough now? What colour shall I do my bunnies? Oh, I might have a little brown bunny. I used to have rabbits when I was a child growing up. I had one called Buff Puff. I don't actually know why I called it Buff Puff, but I did. So, little brown bunny here. I'm just using my blends as colouring pens. I think I might make this little bunny brown as well. Not have a white one. Yeah, mine were white. Albinos. Although I did have one that had grey ears and a grey tail. I don't know what colour to do. The sledge. I do that red. I think so. Which red is this one? Dark Poppy Parade. Because, you know, it's Christmas. Let's have a red sledge. So I'm colouring it for colouring, not for blends, on this occasion. Oh, what colour shall I do? Scarves. I might do a bright green, because it's stripy. the smoky slate because those would be silvery, wouldn't they? They'd be metal. And maybe a little bit of pink in the ears, and then I think I'm probably done. There's a little petal pink there. And yeah, I think that's quite cute. So let me zoom back out again and start putting it together. So here's my box. So I'm just going to push those sides in and get this positioned on the front. Whoops. And you need to be kind of getting hold of everything. Oh no, did I score that in the wrong way? I think I did. I think I scored that one in the wrong part. Oh no. I scored that in the wrong area. Oh, and I've just done all that colouring. We'll make it part of the feature. It'll be fine. Make sure you don't do what I do and score in the right place. There we go. How did I score that in the wrong way? Oh well, I did. But yeah, we'll make that part of the look. It's fine. So yeah, you just get hold of it and wrap it round. And if you put a little tab of glue on this part here, and it's a thin edge. That's my paper pierce there. So it's overlapped too much, but if you bring it back on itself, it will stick down because it's double-sided. Bring in the back, bring in the front. See, look, now that's going to fit properly and perfectly. There we go. And that, oh, it's popped open again. Do you know what? This project's going to give me trouble today. There we go. And that's how it slides on and off. I don't think that's too bad, is it? I'll cover that with mostly with the stamping. And that is rather fun. And you pop that on there. Yeah, we can make that a feature. It's not a problem. And who would know that that's not, score line's not meant to be there. Oops. Pop that on there. And then I'm going to get some of these lovely iridescent pearls. These are, they're black based and they've got lots of different colours, which hopefully you can see as I tip them in the light. And they're really, really pretty. So some of them are more blue, so these ones under my fingers, I can see them as more blue. These are more yellow and those are more pink. So I'm going to grab that one. And really just scatter them on my project. And that is the warm and toasty tent. Not that a tent particularly is warm and toasty, but you get the point. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.